the show is the Sena Show. This is where you go if you're in the know. Let's go and start the show if you're in the crowd right here at Sena Outloud. Yeah.
It was entertainment. That's why I could do it. That's why I was offered that opportunity, because I had that personality to entertain. He felt I could do television. I never considered it. I didn't have that desire, but I had the desire to be in the public eye and to entertain, and that's what I'm good at.
I've been invited by KMVT to produce and host my own talk show. People have told me that I'm entertaining, but I think they really mean that I'm fun, open, and very social. Hopefully KMVT has this right. When deciding format for my first show, I had to figure out what would entertain a younger audience. I've decided to create an interactive talk show.
Hard at first to get guests because, I had never done this before.
You certainly don't want someone that is just very, deadpan or whatever, because if someone is channel surfing and all of a sudden they see something exciting happening, they'll just sit there for a moment and look at it.
So I'll meet somebody and I'll find out that they have a profession, and I'll ask them if they'd like to be on the show. And that's how it happens. It just begins to snowball.
If I'm at the station and someone comes in, and not just a host but a guest, first thing I say is, have you ever been on television? And some of them have, and they're old hats at it. So I leave it at that. But if someone says no, I say, are you nervous? Well, yeah, I'm nervous. I always remind them that you're here because you know your subject. They've asked you because you're very good at what you do. Don't forget that, because of the technology.
My first guests are Emily and Natalie. They've been in the news recently because of their first place prize at the Side Doc Film Festival. Plus, both of them are well-spoken and not afraid of the camera.
Do not say and ah, because that is death. In this industry, if you say and ah, you will kill a program. I can't change the channel fast enough.
If it's your first one or two programs, you're under a lot of pressure. Everything's going to be just fine, and if they flub up and don't, like what they did, we can stop the tape and go back and go on.
I think I had to change Sena because I'm such a ham.
Your own personality, and that's what counts. There's a place for every personality, whatever that personality is. And you can see that obviously in a movie. They need every kind of character actor. And if you're thinking about hosting a talk show or something like that, be yourself. What works for me, why I think I stand out or people like me, is because I'm genuinely interested in things and people. I'm still excited by life, and that shows. So there's a kind of a boyish charm about that. Even though I'm a grown man and have all these experiences, I'm still excitable. So you have to remember that and be excitable.
But no, I'm talking about when I get in there. Let me run through this. I get in there and I'm just like, hello everyone, and I wait for applause to end. I was like, hello, welcome to Sena Outloud. I'm your host, Sena. And then I know there's gonna be more applause, And then
So I had to really get out of myself. Mm-hmm. You have to get out of yourself and feature your guest.
So it's more about the guest.
Oh, it's not about you. It really isn't.
The main thing is just relax. And for your first program, try and get people that have been doing it for a while, more experienced people, and that kind of will take a load off you worrying about what's going on. And the main thing is, if you don't do it, you'll never get it done. Mm-hmm. So you just jump in there knowing that everybody surrounding you is going to help you.
So any young person starting out, figure out who you are and what you want to portray. Mm-hmm. And if it's genuinely you, you're going to go very far.
I think the best interviewer is a person who has a great deal of sensitivity and a person who really, really enjoys other people and is fascinated by other people, a very curious person. As I'm talking to my guest, even though sometimes, I may not agree with them, in my own mind on the subject, is I really try to concentrate on that person and somehow or another something takes over, and the questions pour out.
Okay, I'm going to talk to them about freestyle. They're going to explain to me about freestyle. Then they're going to explain to me why they chose to do Imagine Bus Project. And then they're going to explain to me Side Dog Class and why they wanted to put it in. And then they're going to explain to me how this helped them as a person or as a student and why they're really connected to this.
Is that the rest of the show?
That's just going to be 13 minutes of it.
Okay, so then what?
Then we show their film, but not today. So, you know. Then we're going to do the goodie bag
Remember to
thing.
introduce that.
Yes. And then we're going to do the goodie bag thing.
Okay.
Okay?
Is that it?
That's it. That's 28 minutes.
Okay.
All right? Okay. I haven't planned out every minute of my show, and I don't have any questions written down. So I'm hoping that Natalie and Emily give me good answers so that I can think of questions on the spot.
When I go on, I go through this exact routine. One is I get not nervous, but that energy. A lot of people say that. That's what I get too. But I watch that clock viciously. It's like, you know, oh, the show's this week. Oh, the show's today. Oh, the show's in 4 hours. I did it about today. Say, oh my gosh, in an hour I'm going on the air. So that's pretty exciting stuff.
I was so serious about my first 2 shows that I took a class on self-hypnosis, which enabled me to try to not be so nervous about it, to be much more relaxed. It's very important to be relaxed. I think it helped a lot.
As far as getting ready, I want to wear things that make me feel like a star. And like this shirt I'm wearing right now, I'm real happy with it. It's exactly what I like to wear. That's kind of a routine. I have red shoes you can't see right now, but they're my lucky red shoes, and that's part of showbiz for me. And I've had them for about 25 years. I love to wear them. It makes me feel ready for the show. The next thing is, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a good job. If I'm going to be a guest on a show or host a show, I'm not going to let people down. That's something important to remember. If anyone is doing it, that's something I would suggest to them, that no matter how many times I've done it, and I tend to go live to tape without editing, so I gear up for the fact that I'm going to do a good job, I'm going to be entertaining, I'm going to be a professional. And as simple as those things sound, that's what I do, and that's why I think I do a good job. This is a tip for young people out there that you don't know when this opportunity is going to come. I hadn't even considered it. I'd never taken classes for it. I never studied it. I never desired it, but it was handed to me. And I said to him, I don't think I can do it. And he answered, he knows I can do it. That's why he's asking me. And that's all I had to go on.
All right, now we're going to interview our guests, Natalie Hahn and Emily Munoz. So we hear you guys have made this documentary called Artworks. So you made it at this school called Freestyle. What is that? Can one of you explain?
So Freestyle is a co-curricular program within the Mountain View Los Altos School District. And it's a program that offers classes in web design and film, as well as just general design and English.
Yeah, so it's a 2-year program. You apply for it your sophomore year, and if you get in, you go for your junior and your senior year. And so you pick a kind of like a major, either film or web audio. And yeah, otherwise you just take English and you take design. So this is our 2nd year.
You know how on Oprah they give out cars and stuff like that? You know? Yeah. I mean, I'm not up to that level yet, but everyone in the live studio audience gets a goodie bag as well. So maybe I am entertaining, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I didn't wear red shoes, and I definitely didn't go through self-hypnosis, but all in all, the show was a success. Obviously, I didn't say I'm in awe too much because KMVT wants me to come back and turn my show into a series.
Here's the Sena Show. This is where you go. If you're in the know, let's go. And start the show. If you're in the crowd, right here at Sena Outloud.